Good afternoon, sir.
See, as like workbench, there is one client side front end is available for MySQL, but it is not official. It is from third party companies. You can use that one also. That is also very easy to interact with MySQL. What is that? Let us see. So today we are going to see one more installation client that is called MySQL front. Its name is MySQL front. Remember. See why why I'm showing this MySQL front to all of you. Which is comfortable to you, you can use it to work with MySQL. Remember that. Okay. Now open the Google. Open the Google and here all of you see MySQL front. Okay. See this MySQL front and simply say select MySQL front download. Right. But most important, select this first one. MySQL front download. Select this. And here See this MySQL front for Windows. Its logo is see this one. Please observe, check this logo, and don't click any other downloads, okay, any other links. Now click on this download for Windows. Right, just wait. Now see again the next page. In this next page, click on download for PC. Right. See at the bottom left, see this MySQL front setup.exe. Just open. Click S. See, once it is installed, after seeing this interface, if you feel comfortable, you can continue with this. Okay, that is one of the important point I want to tell you. And one more thing I want to convey you: in the real world, official softwares, but same official software, third-party companies also provide so many other tools. Okay, nowadays it became more popular. Okay, in that among them you need to identify which is best and which is trustable. Trustable means it should be consistent without any bugs, especially, and it should be more user friendly and more productive. That is very important point. Okay, so here see, welcome to SQL front setup wizard. Click next. Now see, it is installing in the C drive under the name SQL front. Click the next and see this shortcut with the name SQL front. Click the next button. See this, it is showing some checkboxes here. See, this SQL front can be associated with all the SQL files also. It means, suppose SQL commands are provided to you, okay, in an SQL file. You can open that SQL file by using this SQL front, and you can use it to execute. Right. Next. And here, associate, see the last checkbox, associate MySQL protocol with SQL front. Now click the next button. Install. Just check whether it works or not. Let us see. Launch SQL front. SQL server is already running on our system with a name MySQL 80 and at the port number 3306. Right? Click finish. Right. SQL front has renamed to SQL front. Please uninstall. Okay. And use SQL front 4.0. Okay. Now here see, the SQL front is opened. Now add a session. It is a button. See this. Or suppose if you close this, this is the client UI, which is provided by third-party company, not by official. Okay. See this file, open session, server. To which server you want to connect? Your MySQL server. Now see this. Open the services and check that whether the server is running or not. See, in the services under name column, please observe here. Yes. MySQL 80. And what is the status? It is running. Right. And here server. On which system it is running? On the same system where the client is there, or it may be running on some other system. No, right? We are in the learning stage, right? I mean that You install both client and server on the same system, right? Where the client is there, in the same system, server is also there. Okay, it is not running on any other system. So you need to use a keyword called localhost. Localhost. Wherever this client software is running, in the same system, server is also running. So that localhost. At which port number it is running? 3306. Okay. Now, see this. Now, connection type. It is built-in connection. Click OK. Right. See this here. Localhost. Now click open. Now it is asking user and password. Root. And the password is. If you want to save this password, you can click this checkbox. Otherwise, just click OK. Please check the user and password. Yes. Just a minute. I will check the password. Okay. See here, actually, password is mismatching. Just a minute. Okay, anyway, no problem. See, once this SQL front is installed, here the main issue is you need to provide a valid password. If that valid password is provided, it connects, and where it shows all the databases and everything. Like Workbench, you can use SQL front also to interact with MySQL server. So Workbench is one tool, MySQL front is another tool. Some people feels really MySQL front is more comfortable than Workbench. Some people, okay, not all the people, some people feels. So choice is yours. If you feel Workbench is more comfortable, you can use Workbench. If you feel this SQL front, you can use it. Okay. In the next day session, I will show you the SQL front interface also. Okay. Just the password is a little bit mismatched. Once the password is valid, it shows the total. But it is simplified interface, not too complex. SQL front means it shows the total simplified options. Means that directory database, what are the things exactly required for you? They are shown here. Okay. But it is simplified, not that much. Workbench provide all the features which are provided Workbench are not provided by the SQL front. Remember, it is a third-party free tool. It provides some limited features, but it is a little bit simplified. Okay. Anyway, now so next. Now start working with MySQL. Now here see, to interact with any RDBMS package, if you want to interact with Oracle, or if you want to interact with the SQL server, or if you want to interact with MySQL, see, for all the RDBMS packages, one common standard means see, so whatever may be the database, it may be SQL server, or it may be Oracle, or it may be MySQL. To interact with any database engine, the common or similar language is SQL. Similar, not same. Similar. Okay. SQL. It is similar, not same. Remember that. All the database vendors accepted SQL as their front-end language. But once they accepted, after that, they created their own SQL. Okay. So Oracle Corporation created their own SQL with the syntaxes of SQL. By taking the syntax of SQL, they created their own SQL. In the same way, the SQL server, which is from Microsoft, they are also created their own SQL. Okay. In the same way for MySQL also. So here, those people who are learning SQL, they have some ambiguity or confusion. All the commands seems to be same. Either seems to be similar, but a command, a create command, which is executed on the Oracle, can work on SQL Server and MySQL. You written one query, okay, one create command, create table name, which is executed on Oracle. Can it work on SQL Server and MySQL? One SQL command can work on 3 databases? No, it never works. It seems to be same. Create table name. Up to that one, it is okay. But after that, it changes. The data types changes and constraints changes. Okay, seems to be similar but not same. So that you need to learn SQL for every database. Remember that. If you want to work with Oracle, you need to learn SQL separately for it. If you want to work with SQL Server, you need to learn SQL for it. It is called Transact SQL. For Oracle, it is called SQL Plus. If you want to work with MySQL database, you need to learn SQL. That is different. But 3 seems to be similar, not same. Please remember that point. Okay. So now these SQL commands are divided into different categories. What are they? The SQL commands are divided into here. The first one, DDL commands, data definition language. Okay. For every type of SQL, you can use the same words. I mean that DDL commands. What is the purpose of this DDL commands? Data definition language. Okay. Right. Here I want to introduce a word called schema. Schema. What is the purpose of DDL command? It creates a definition. Definition means what? Okay. In terms of RDBMS, it is called schema. Remember that. Schema. What is meant by schema? Still, it is little bit of confusion. See, schema means structure. Remember. Structure. Okay, fine. You are creating or you are dealing with structure. You are dealing with schema. You are dealing with definition. Still some confusion is there. Okay, I need more clarity. What is that? Using this DDL commands, you are going to deal with the table structure. Table. Okay. RDBMS packages stores the data in the form of tables. That table structure is created by DDL commands. Table definition, table structure, or table schema. Both are same. Remember that. Okay. So a table structure is created by DDL commands. That is the first task. Okay, fine. Create. Fine. It is created. But after that structure which is created for the table is not suitable for me. It is not fulfilling my requirements. Okay. I want to change that structure. I want to make modifications in that structure. Okay. A table structure modify. We need to modify that structure. How? That is called as alter. Okay. You create it, and it need to be changed according to your requirements. Sometimes that is called alter. Now, suppose the structure which you have created, you don't want to work with that. Okay, no need of that structure. Then delete it. Create, modify, delete. 3 basic functionalities by 3 basic commands. Create command, alter command. Now that for the delete functionality, we uses drop. The command name is drop. Okay. The command name is alter. What is the purpose of that alter? Modify or edit. Okay. So which one? See, create structure. Alter means modify or edit. Which one? Structure. Modify the structure of the table. Delete the structure of the table. Drop means deletion. Okay. We can call it as delete or we can say remove. 3 commands. DDL. Okay. Now one more important point I want to tell you. Okay, because abstractively we want to discuss the commands. Only table is enough for you. If you want to work with MySQL, only you are creating the table. No. Table is the one important component. Okay, one important entity. Now, by using DDL commands, you can create other things also. Okay, among them, 2 things are very easy to understand, and even you don't know anything about the SQL. For that people also it is easy to understand. By using these create, alter, and drop. Okay, I mean this create command especially. Not only the tables, you can create other components also. What are they? Same create command for other things along with table. What are they? You can create a function. Create command can be used to create a table. Create command can be used to create a function. Create command can be used to create a procedure. In such a way, same create command can be used to create multiple components which are required for you. Okay, while working with MySQL. Remember that. Okay, so many other things are there. Just these are easy to understand. That's why I am disclosing up to here. Okay, next. See, you created a table structure. So what is the primary aim right now? First, we want to go with the basics. After that, in depth, step by step. So first, we want to work with the tables. After that, we will work with the remaining advanced topics one by one up to transaction management. Okay. Here, you created a table. A table means it is an empty skeleton. You created a table. Now you want to work with the data, right? You want to insert data. You want to delete the data. You want to update the data, right? For that purpose, the next commands are DML commands, data manipulation language, are the commands which are useful for to work with data. They are called as DML, data manipulation. So these commands deals with which one? Data. Which data? Tables data. Okay. The first one, DDL commands deals with schema. Which one? Tables schema. Okay. Here the DML commands deals with the data. Whose data? Tables data. What type of operations? Manipulation means what type of operations? See, first I want to insert data. Insert means adding data. You can say like add anything. But the command is insert. Okay, insert the data. You insert it. Okay, sometimes you need to modify the data. For example, see, if you are working with a school database, okay, once the student admission is given, you inserted the admission data. At the time of admission, the student fee is say some 10,000, just assume. Now the student paid 5,000. Now you need to modify the data, right? So for that purpose, you need a command called update. Okay, what is the purpose of this update? To edit the data, or we can say we can to modify the data. Okay. Now you inserted, I mean you added and you updated. Now I want to delete the data. I don't need some data. Okay, I want to delete the unwanted data because so much of unwanted data will be there in our database when you are working with data, whenever you are working with real time. I don't want, I want to delete unwanted data. How? For that, delete command. Okay. So delete is to remove unwanted data. Okay. Right. Now, in the real time, with among these two, with which commands you work? Generally, we work with DML commands very heavily, because once the table structure is created, okay, once the table is created, that is only one-time activity. In the real-time projects, once the table is created, it is one-time activity. After that, it is a continuous process working with data. Right or wrong? Suppose you developed a school project. You created a register where you write the student admission data. How many times you create a register? Only one time. Once the book is fixed, this is student register. After that, just you need to work with that register only, right or wrong? You need to enter, you need to open that book and write the student data. That's all. Right? Maybe one student or two or three or four or 100 or thousands of students. Same book, you need to write. It means which operation is repeated, which operation is repeated again and again. Adding student data is repeated again and again, right or wrong? But book assignment is in which book you need to write, that is decided only once. Okay, once you decided in this book, I want to write the data. That is only one decision, only one time. After that, adding data or writing data in that book is again and again. It's a continuous process. So table creation, see, you works with the DDL commands in the project only once. Once the project is started, once the tables are created with proper structure, it is over. The rest of the job is continuously you are working with DML. Right? That is the thing. Now, so you must able to work with DML commands more heavily. I mean that different types of DML commands you need to write. You should be able to write. Next, the most important third command, okay, is query command. Query means question. Query means asking. Okay, asking. Or query means question. What you are asking? I mean that, see, you are asking the database, please give my data. What data? Some condition. I want some student data. I want some student marks data. I want some students attendance data. Okay. I want some students fee data. Like that, right? So the most important operation on the data is getting the required data from it. Right or not? See, suppose you develop a database for a school. Thousands of students are there. Now, one parent is came to pay the fee and asked, what is the balance need to be paid? Then which command you need to use here? Query. Query means you need to ask the database. Okay, what is the pending fee of a particular student? Now we will ask our student. Then first we'll get the student number. Okay, our student name, our class details, our section details and all. Right. We will provide certain inputs. Do you want all the students' data? No, I want one particular student data. Right. That is. So that command is called as a select command. Right. But the select command with conditions. With conditions you need to learn. This is very important. Okay. Because suppose, for example, some student marks data is there. Principal asked who got 100 marks in maths. I want their list. Then select the student data whose max marks are 100. That is one list. Okay. Suppose the same principal asked, okay, I want students data who are failed. Then I want failed student data. Now I want, see, the principal asked those who got 100 marks in maths, physics, and chemistry. That is another condition. From the same student data, you need to extract all failed students, passed students, and those who are with very good marks. Okay, 100 marks, all are in the same, right? You need to extract from that data. You need to extract the data from the main data, right? Past data is from the same student data, failed data from the same student data. Okay, and see those who got 90% or 80% or 100%, they are also from the same student data. Right. Now, in the same way, you need to extract the data with the different conditions. That conditions are called as filter conditions. Filter. You are filtering. You are not asking the total data, right? I don't want all the data. I want to filter. Based on what? A condition. What is the condition? Pass condition, fail condition. Okay. Suppose I want some students' data whose marks are exactly equal to 35. Because we want to take care about the students, right? In the school. So I want some students' data whose marks are equal to exactly 35. So these are the different types of conditions. Now you should know how to write a select command, and you should know how to write a condition also. Remember that. How to write a filter condition. It is called as clause. It is called as a condition. It is called as filter condition also. Okay. Right. Next. So these are the first basic SQL commands which need to be translated by the beginners. Remember that. So create a table with proper structure, and after that practice the insert command, update command, delete commands with the different options, and after that create use the SQL commands to get the data. Right. Now here little bit complex one. That is subqueries. Okay. This is also related to select commands, but it is little bit bigger than the select, or it is little bit we can say it is little bit complex. Okay, simple, but using of multiple SQL statements, multiple select statements together is called subqueries. Okay, I will explain this one with proper syntaxes. What is the purpose of multiple select statements together? Subqueries means here multiple select statements, more than one select statement. Okay, a select statement within the other select statement. Okay, one select statement takes the help of other select statement. Okay, right. Now here, this is the first one. This is a basic step, but one important point is there. Tables are created in a database. Remember, tables are created in a database, or we can say here. Tables are created in a database. Now, again, those who don't know anything about the databases, they get confused. Database, and again, MySQL is a database. Okay, that RDBMS. Okay, these seems to be similar. Now again, what is this word database? Now see, MySQL is used by generally in the real time, or MySQL provides services to multiple teams. What is that? Multiple teams. What is the meaning of that? See, in your company, one team dealing with the hospital management system, one team developing hospital management system, one team developing say some accounting system. Just assume. Okay, hospital management system, and maybe another team dealing with school management system. Okay. For these two teams, two MySQLs are required. No, one MySQL is enough. One MySQL is enough to give service to multiple development teams. How it is possible? By using this concept called database. Okay. Let us see here. This is MySQL. MySQL allows you creation of databases. Okay. Now there is one team. This is one team which deals with the say hospital management system. Okay. And there is another team which deals with the school management system. Okay. Right. These are two development teams. Just assume. Hospital management system contains some tables, or it requires some tables. School management system requires some tables. But these two tables, okay, should be secured, and they are not made available to other teams. Right or wrong? Hospital tables need to be made available to hospital team only. School management system tables need to be made available to school only. How? How to achieve this? Okay. In one SQL server, we create a database here first, and we provide a name. For example, hospital management system. This is one database, and we create one more database. School management system. Okay, right. And one more important point. One user is created. See this. User is created. See, user one. Just assume. And for school management system, one user is created with the name user two. Just assume. User two. So two users. User one, user two. User one is with is for hospital management system. User two is for school management system. Next, after that, now the tables are created. Now the tables are created under the databases. Now see, table 2. Any number of tables. So table 1 and table 2 are related to hospital management system. Here the table 1 and table 2 are related to school management system. So here they made unique. Remember that these two tables belongs to hospital. These two tables belongs to school management system. Right. Now this hospital management system software team connects to MySQL using the credentials called user1 and its password. Okay. So for user1, okay, which database is mapped? Hospital management system. So this hospital management system team, by using through user1, they are able to access hospital management system database which contains hospital tables. Now the school management system development team by using the credentials of user2 and its password, they are able to connect with MySQL, same MySQL. See, the two teams are connected to same MySQL, but they are allowed to access their databases only or their tables only. They are not allowed to access other tables. Okay. So this team is a school team is allowed to access school table, and hospital team is allowed to access only hospital. Okay. So user2 and the password is mapped to school, and it is mapped to here school management system tables. Here, what is the new thing? You need to create a user. You should know how to create a user, right? You should know how to create a table. You should know how to create a function. You should know how to create a procedure. You should know how to create a database, and you should know how to create a user, right? So at the primary level right now, two things you should know, or three. Right now, function procedure is not required right now. Immediately, if you want to work with MySQL, the basic three things you should know. First, see this, you want to create with table. You want to create a table, but the table belongs to database. So first you should know how to create a database. So create a database. In that database, create table. Right? See this structure. Hospital management system is a database. Okay. That database contains tables. You know how to create a table. Just assume. But where to create the table? Inside the database. Why this database is required? This is very important. If this database is not there, what happens? These tables belongs to which project? We don't know, right? So the database is, see here, this database is a representation of project. These tables belongs to which project? Okay. If you are creating a database, means it is nothing but you are giving an identity. Okay, these tables belongs to some project, right? So generally the database name is decided based on that project, right? So the first command, so in the DDL commands, the first command you should know. I will tell you one by one. Now see, there is no any limit. It depends upon our configuration. So in the DDL commands, create table, along with create table command, or before the create table command, you should know one more command, because first you need to create database. First create the database, then create table, and after that start working on the data. This is the basic step first. Everyone should know. Those who want to work with MySQL, first they should know these two. Create a database and create a table. Now here, two things. You can, by using SQL, you can do this. And without SQL also you can do this by using GUI. Graphical user interface commands also, you can create a database and you can create a table. But we are learning everything using MySQL. Sorry, SQL. Okay. On MySQL. SQL on MySQL. SQL on SQL Server. SQL on Oracle. Seems to be similar, but not same. Right. So now to execute these SQL commands, we need some interface, right? Where to execute these SQL commands? See, you prepared an SQL command, but somewhere, okay, some place is required to execute, right? So here, see this. See here, the workbench. Now I will show you the first one. Just a minute. Close this. So first create a database. Open the workbench. See, you can use workbench or MySQL front also. Just click on this. See, on the left side, one name is available here, schemas. See, when we explain about the DDL commands, we use one word. DDL commands deals with the schema, or they deals with the structure. Now here, schemas. Now on the menu bar, see, file, edit, view is there. Below the menu bar, see here, SQL, two SQL icons are there. But if you observe carefully, on the left bottom part, in the first SQL icon, plus symbol is there. But in the second SQL icon, see this one, folder icon. It is folder icon. Folder. Please observe this. It is folder. Okay. Now if you click, see, if you put the mouse pointer over the first SQL icon, what is the tooltip you are getting? Create a new SQL tab for executing queries. Okay. So what is our requirement here? We know the command, but we need a place where to execute our SQL command. That is this one. If you click here, then see this. You get, so once again, if you want, I will show you. See this. Click this icon. Now here you get an area. Right here you can type the, or you can type the SQL commands here. Right. Now what about the second icon? What about the second icon? Just put the mouse pointer over the second icon. Open a SQL script. Suppose already somewhere I have written. Okay. Already commands are there. Already commands are written. Already commands are available. Okay. When you get this type of situation, see, you worked on one particular database on one particular SQL server. Okay. Already you worked. Now you want to recreate that database and tables, and you want to insert the data, everything on some other SQL. Okay. So you prepare SQL commands. You prepare the SQL commands for your database or for your work, and you store them in one file. That file is opened by this. See, it is an open dialog box. Here you need to select the file where your SQL commands are there. Okay. Once you selected that one, automatically what happens? All the commands are visible here, and they are executed like one by one, one by one, one by one. Generally, it is useful at the time of creating database for projects, especially. Such type of files are created at the time of for projects, especially, not for practices. Okay. Generally, if you are learning, such type of things are not required for you. Once your learning is completed, okay. Suppose a sequence of SQL steps need to be executed, okay, before the starting the project. Suppose you want to execute hospital project. Without hospital tables, hospital project can execute? No. So it means which steps need to be executed first? First database need to be created. Then hospital software need to be executed. Okay. Hospital software is executed, but in the backend there is no tables. Then can you save the data? Can you save the data? No. So how to create that hospital tables in one step? In one step, it means all the SQL commands which are required to create hospital tables and default data, each and everything, all are prepared in one file, and that file is saved and it is given to you. Okay. Now you want to execute hospital main system software. You want to set up it. First, you need to execute that SQL commands. Then the database is created, tables are created, and the insert commands are also executed with the default data, each and everything. Then start your application. In such situation, it is very useful. Okay. Or if you want to work with any sample commands also, you can use it, no problem. But generally, it is useful in such situation. Okay. Now, next, it is about SQL command. Okay. Now, what are these things? The left side under schema. Please observe here. Amazon, some hands-on to my school practice. Some names are there here. What is these names? If you observe these names on the left side, some icon is there. Please observe, all of you. On every name, on the left side of every name, one icon is there. And one triangle symbol is also there. This is nothing but database. See? Yeah. Python class. Okay. Just 2 minutes. See, here you need to create a database, right? As per this diagram. Now that database is this one. These are all databases. Now expand this symbol. Under the each database name, what is again? What is the name you are getting here? Tables. Now as per our diagram, see the tables are under database, right around. Here the tables are under database. Here our database name is Amazon. It contains the tables related to Amazon. Just expand this. These are all the tables. Right. So to work with, see in the same way, okay, as like these databases, you need to first create a database. After that, you need to create a table, and on that table, you need to perform DML operations. This is the learning way. Okay. After that, once you complete all that examples, you need to know how to modify the structure of the table, how to delete. That is complete DML, complete DDL. After that, complex, I mean that little bit advanced queries in the DML statements and in the sub queries. right? That is the basic flow. Okay. So here, okay, is it clear? Now here see this menus: view, query, database. If you click on this, connect to database, manage connections, different are there. See this migration wizard, schema. These are all little bit advanced topics. We'll see all these things depending upon your requirement. But first, at the basic level, you should know how to create a database, how to create a table, and how to work with table data. That is primary step. Once it is completed, then we'll go for the next commands one by one. Okay. So in the next day session, we are going to see how to create all these things by using SQL, not through GUI. Everything you should know through SQL only. Okay. Creation of database, creation of table, each and everything. Okay. Okay. Thank you all of you. Thank you.